What's up, guys? Rob Gaming here, bringing you I almost said another GMO commentary. That's not what this video is at all. It's, part 2 of my little quote-unquote mini-series about hockey that I was doing, and this part is about why I think goaltending is the best position in all of sports, and, again, gameplay in the background is just a drop-in game, where I got goalie, so playing goalie in this, and, I do decent. I mean, it's a drop-in game. Nobody plays defense really. Um, it's very hard to get good game plays with a drop-in game because there's not a whole lot of teamwork and defense involved. It's mostly somebody trying to dangle at the blue line and go for some like six snipe or whatever. So that's fine. No, this video is not about how bad drop-in games are. This video is about why I think goaltending is the best position in sports. And I have a list here that I'm going to read from. And the first thing on it is the uniqueness of the position. And there's not a whole lot of sports where you can have the ability to say, I'm the player on the team that puts on some pads and then steps into this 4x6 net, 4 feet high, 6 feet wide. And my job is to stop the puck at any cost, at any and all costs. It's just get myself in front of it in any way, shape, or form. And I think that's really cool that, you know, it's very unique now. You can say that, lacrosse has goalies, but lacrosse goalie is different than ice hockey or even deck hockey goalies, whatever you prefer to play. I play street hockey with my friends, and I'm usually the goalie. Um, but it's different because in lacrosse, I'm not too familiar with the game, but I believe the only difference between a goalie and a player, besides maybe a bit more padding on the goalie, is the fact that the goalie has a bigger head, I think it's called, on his stick. The netted part, the netted opening. He has a lot bigger than the other players on the team. Same can be said for soccer goalies. There's not a whole bunch of difference between a soccer goalie and a player other than, padded gloves and that the fact that the goalie can use their hands. Um, but ice hockey goalies, have totally different set of equipment, um, totally different playing style. I mean, you're not going to see a skater go butterfly, that's for sure. Um, and I just think it's really cool just how unique of a position it really is in sports. So that's one of the reasons. The second thing I have here is the competitive level, and this goes back again to my other video where I was talking about the competitive level of hockey, but sorry. Sorry about that, guys. This is the second take of this video, so I've been talking for quite a... Oh, God, voice crack. Oh, God, this is not going well. Oh, no. I've been talking for quite a while here, so you'll have to excuse me a little bit here. But the competitive level of a goalie is just... It's outstanding. I mean, goalies are willing to get themselves in front of the puck in any way, shape, or form at any given cost, at any time. I mean, whether it be a routine pad save and just going butterfly, or, stretching cross crease, or even trying to dive cross crease, like throwing yourself across the entire 6 foot bottom opening just to get, you know, hit in the face by the object of play. I mean, it's crazy. And, some of the stuff that goalies do just, when you see it live, your jaw just hits the floor. Like, it is just a jaw-dropping moment. Um, I know there's been many a times where I've been rendered almost speechless by, an unbelievable save by a goaltender that you wouldn't even think would be humanly possible given the way the goalie stretches or, reacts with his crazy reflexes and all that other fun stuff. So, the competitive level of a goaltender is just, it's something to behold. It really is. The third thing I have here, I believe I have 6 things, yes. Or 8 things, wow. Third thing is mental toughness. Now, I know a lot of people are going to make the argument, it's just a sport. You don't need to be mentally tough to play a sport. But imagine, because goaltenders, that's their job, right? Like, professional goaltenders are getting paid to do this. This is their job. So imagine, and this is an actual direct quote. I don't remember who it's from, but imagine if your job, one, you screw up even a little bit, you screw up the tiniest bit, a red light goes on over your desk, and a stadium full of people either yell at you if you're at a home game, or they cheer against you and mock you if you're at an away game. Like, goalies have to be almost perfect in order to avoid failing at their job, and it's it's kind of crazy. There's not a whole lot of room for failure in this job. Um, Now again, I don't play professionally, but it's you gotta be. It's also kind of a mental toughness thing in terms of you gotta pick yourself up, after you let in a bad goal because you are the guy. You are the goalie. If you're a left wing and you make a defensive mistake, there's three other left wings on it. You know, three other people slotted into the left wing position that can kind of, pick up the slack a little bit. When you're a goalie, I mean, there's only you in the backup, and it's not like a player. You can't just shift off the ice and come back on and redeem yourself. You got to stay on the ice. You know, that's just it. You mess up, you gotta fix it yourself. There's not a whole lot of room for leeway, and it can be kind of crazy because you can't really let it get to you because if you're playing goalie and a goaltender, it's very a confidence-based position. Like if you're playing goalie and you're not feeling confident and you just feel like every puck's gonna go in, then every puck's gonna go in. That's just how it's gonna work out for you. It's not gonna work out at all. You've got to feel like I can make these saves, I can make these stops, and I'm gonna win the game. And that's where the mental toughness comes in because if you let in a few bad goals, you can't let it get to you. Otherwise, your play is just gonna suffer horrendously, and it's just gonna be a train wreck. So there's that. Um, Number four I have here is the focus that is required to play goaltender, and it's not it's not something. I mean, I guess it is. It depends on who you are as a goaltender. I mean, for me, before a game, you see a lot of goalies that do the whole, their warm-up routine and all that, and I have a routine sort of myself before me and my friends play, but um. Yeah, I mean, you can't be goofing around as a goalie and expect to do well because it's not going to happen. You've got to be dedicated to playing the position. You got to be focused on stopping the puck at any and all costs, and you can't just simply be sitting there thinking, well, this is going to be cake because then you're going to get scored on a whole bunch. Um, you've really got to focus. I mean, for each individual save, I mean, with the way the puck moves, sometimes you don't know if it's going top shelf, and then all of a sudden it gets deflected, and all of a sudden it's in your pad, and you got to maneuver a certain way to get it out of your pads and or to get it with your pads, excuse me. So it's not exactly a position you can kind of just put some pads on and just be like, well, I mean, if you're playing with friends or whatnot, and you're not really playing a game, but if you're playing a game like atmosphere, you know, you got to be paying attention, man. You got to be focused and getting yourself ready. Number five, I have the athleticism, and this is very true of goaltenders. I mean, they're some of the most athletic people you will ever meet in your life. Just even from the standard pad save, butterfly. I mean, it's not exactly the easiest thing to do. It can wear on your legs, and your legs get tired, and you don't go down as fast, and you get scored on in the five hole. But that's where the athleticism comes in. You got to be kind of realizing that it's gonna be a lot of the times it's going to be up and down off the knees, up, down the butterfly, then back up, then down the butterfly, then back up. So, and glove saves and blocker saves and even stretch pad saves. I mean, the reflexes involved in those is just incredible. I mean, somebody's coming across, they're within like, let's say like 10, 20 feet of you, and they're shooting a small object, whether you're playing street, deck, or ice. I mean, it's either a puck or a ball. They're shooting this small object at you with a 4x6 opening behind you. And, you got to maneuver a glove into position to catch it because you don't want to be giving up the rebounds. You don't want to just, I mean, simply stopping the puck is enough, but you want to catch it because then you don't give up the rebounds, which can lead to goals. So you got to maneuver it to catch it, and then the blocker. I mean, like just the crazy reflexes involved and the athleticism to make those stretching pad saves, going butterfly and all that. It's pretty crazy, and it's pretty awesome to see some goalies do their work. Number six I have here is that you can be the deciding factor in a game as the goaltender, more so than I feel than in any other position. If you're a quarterback for a football team, then yes, you can make, unbelievable passes and, thread the needle, but your receivers have to catch the ball. If you're the point guard on a basketball team, you can set up the play, but your teammate still has to hit the shot. Um, as a as what was I gonna say? I mean, in golf, you can decide the game for yourself, I guess, but I mean, in team sports, the goalie can literally decide the game. I mean, you can be the difference between a 1-0 win or a 2-1 loss. You know, you can stop either 30 shots or 28, but those two goals can decide the game. Um, Billy Smith during the Easter Epic, he stopped something like, I think it was 70, or was it Billy Smith? I don't think it was Billy Smith. It might have been. I'm gonna look it up actually, because that's kind of weird that I don't remember that. But the Islanders goalie, I think, stopped something like 70 shots or 75 shots, and I mean, that was crazy. If he would have let just one more shot in, they would have lost. So as a goalie, I mean, yes, it's kind of dependent on if your defense can play defense, or your forwards can come back. But even if your team doesn't play defense whatsoever, if you can get hot at the right time, and you can stop those 3 or 4 breakaways or, you know, those cross crease passes, and goalies can decide the game, and it happens a fair bit, especially in the playoffs. I mean, if you don't have a goalie in the playoffs, then, you're done. You're done ski. It's gonna happen for you. Just that dream goodbye. I mean, there's been a few rare occurrences where you can pull it off, such as in the Black years ago, and the Emmy stats were okay. They weren't the greatest. Um, it was all right, but let's see here. It was Kelly Rudy. Kelly Rudy stopped something like 70 shots, whatever. It was just insanity. It was crazy. Um, but yeah, I mean, goalies can literally choose. I mean, they don't choose. I mean, if every goalie chose, then there would be no wins and no losses because every goalie would choose to win. But you really can win the game. Um, Number seven here, I have that goalies are a unique bunch of people. I mean, like I said before, in what other sport is there a position where the goalie's like, oh yeah, no, I go out there, I put on some pads, and I literally get hit in the face or any other place in the body 30 times a game, and that's just my job. That's how that works. Like, that's it's kind of crazy. And I mean, you got guys like Ilya Brizgalov who are pretty funny individuals as goaltenders. I've heard Fleury is a pretty funny guy, even though I don't like Fleury because he's a Pittsburgh Penguin, but that's okay. I really don't like Fleury, but goaltenders are a unique bunch, and I really do think it takes a certain amount of craziness to play the position. Because I mean, like I said, you have to be willing to get hit in the face or any other part of your body upwards of anywhere from like 15 to 30 times a game, and if you don't get hit, then you lose the game. So I do think it takes a certain bit of craziness to play goaltender, a certain bit of you know, a little bit of insanity. But that's good. That's okay. I mean, it's good to be crazy sometimes, right? It's good to be wild and wacky. I don't know what that was. But the last thing I have here is that it's fun. It's really, really fun. And I don't know what it is about it. I don't know what draws people into the position so much, but I mean, even people that don't necessarily play it all the time, like in my group, like I said, I'm usually one of the goalies. Friends of mine that have tried to play the position that like that was their first time, they said it was really fun. And it just draws guys in, they want to try. They want to be the guy in the pads. They want to be the hero of the game. So, it really is a fun position. I don't know what draws you in. Maybe the fact that you can decide the game, or that's just it's a cool position to play. But something draws people into it, and I certainly do enjoy it. I love playing goaltender. It's my favorite position to play in all of sports, and whenever I get the chance, I jump on it to play the position. Oh god. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm so tired. It's only like 2 in the afternoon. It's crazy. And like I said, this is the second take of this one. The first take got corrupted, so I had to do this take over again, and I don't know why I decided to just do it straight again. That was a super, super bad idea. But yeah, so that was my little spiel on why I think goaltending is awesome. And I really do think that. I do really do think that's the greatest position in all sports. For, all of the reasons mentioned that it's the most unique, the competitive level, mental toughness, focus, athleticism, the deciding factor in a game, kind of unique individuals, and just how crazy fun it is. If you ever get the chance, play the position. If your friend has a pair of pads, he's just like, "Yo, dude, you want to jump in?" Don't be afraid of getting hurt. The sports equipment they have in modern day is very, very good. It's not like you're playing back in the days where the goalies didn't wear helmets and the blocker was little more than just a gardening glove. It is very, very fun, and it's pretty safe, all things considered. So don't be afraid of getting hurt. It's a lot of fun to play if you have the opportunity, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone who's thinking about playing. I don't play on a professional level. If I could, I probably would. I might be considering joining a deck hockey league, but I don't know if when I join that league, I join that team, there's going to be a starting goaltender there who's going to be like, "Hey, what's up, scrub? You just joined a team. All right, I'm the starting goaltender. Screw you, bro." In which case, I wouldn't be starting goaltender because, there's some dude there that's just overly zealous. But, yeah, I'm considering doing that. But in terms of just playing, it's really fun. So if you ever get the chance, definitely go for it. The only problem with goalies is that it's expensive. Oh my goodness, is it expensive? The equipment is not cheap. No, it is not. And I mean, it does kind of wear on you a little bit in terms of just physically, like, it's very tiring to play, especially the legs, and, just mentally tiring afterwards. But, like I said, if you ever get the chance, I would definitely recommend playing it. So, right now, I think the video's starting to wind down. I think there's something like 5 minutes left in the game or whatever. I think we're losing. Oh well. Um, yeah, that was my little spiel on it. I hope you guys enjoyed my two-part commentary. What's coming up for the channel? Still doing the Oblivion series. Don't worry, I haven't stopped that. Just haven't had any chances to record it recently. I'm gonna be recording it very soon. As soon as possible, actually. Which I'm not sure whether that'll be this Thursday or Monday. Um, but there'll be an episode up one of those days. Or that night. Because what I'd usually do is I usually just upload overnight just because it's easier for me personally. So that way I can just use my computer during the day and let it upload the videos overnight. So yeah, Oblivion's coming out. Oblivion commentary is coming out soon. As for other commentaries outside of Oblivion, not too sure what I want to do. Um, I actually don't know. I was considering doing a couple different commentary topics, but I don't know if I'm gonna do them or not. I might just scrap them. I don't know how well they'd go over with people. I don't know. People will be like, "Yeah, Robert, screw you, bro." So we'll have to see. Um, but yeah, Oblivion, maybe some random commentaries. Not too sure. Game is wrapping up here, so um, again, I will thank you for watching. Be on the lookout for some Oblivion commentaries coming extremely soon. Um, hopefully within a week. Hopefully. Oh my god, I need to stop yawning. This is ridiculous, man. I'm telling you. This is ridiculous. This is crazy. But I will see you guys next time.